Welcome back, fellow mobile gamers. I am your host, NimbleThor, and it's been a fantastic week of mobile gaming for me. So today, I'm gonna go over the 5 mobile games I played last week, adding as much relevant information about each game as possible in less than 1 minute per game. I'll get to my favorite game of the week at the end, so be sure to stick around for that. And now, let's just dive right into the games. Despite the gender-locked classes, Darkness Rises is an amazing-looking RPG with both single-player missions and real-time multiplayer PvP. The combat is fast-paced, it's fluid, and I've never seen anything as awesome in an RPG on mobile before. The combat scenes best compares to Honkai Impact 3rd, honestly, except Darkness Rises is of course not an anime. The story in the game has a high-quality English voiceover, and the combat forces us to pick which skills we want to focus on, and even allows for combo skills, which makes the combat less dull. With all of that good stuff, the game does have many gacha RPG elements, such as items that need to be upgraded, lots of rewards, chests, etc. And there's an energy system and auto combat as well. Overall, the real-time combat does entice me, and the combat is badass enough that I would definitely recommend checking this game out. The game requires online access, takes up 1.49 GB of space, is out on Android and iOS, and my final verdict, as I said before, is that you should definitely play it. Grow Castle took me back to the good old flash browsing gaming days, with its familiar 2D side view tower defense gameplay where we upgrade and deploy new units in between waves. The game is genuinely fun and kept me entertained for hours straight. And although the combat gets a bit repetitive, all the upgrades and constant progression kept me hooked. And there's a lot more to this game than can be explained in a few sentences, so be sure to watch the full video for more details. The monetization is pretty nice too, the incentivized ads are not too intrusive, and the free premium currency is rewarded after every battle. Buying more will make you progress quicker, but I never felt stuck nor forced to buy anything. The game can be played offline, takes up 113 MB of space, is out on Android and iOS, and my final verdict is that you should definitely play it. Cosmic Showdown is a brand new, real-time PvP strategy/tower defense game set in a 2D sci-fi world. With our mothership on the left and the opponents on the right, we deploy different types of gun carts in Clash Royale style as we slowly work our way closer and closer to the opponent's mothership until we can eventually take it out. No info on whether or not accounts will reset after the beta is over has been confirmed so far, and I am confident that we're fighting against bots in most of these battles. But if you're looking to get in early on a new game of this type, then Cosmic Showdown is good fun. The game does require an online connection, takes up 182 MB of space, it's out on Android and iOS, and my final verdict is that you should consider playing it. Although the core gameplay of Ark Survival Evolved is fun and with its unique features like the taming system, has the potential to be one of the best adventure survival games on mobile, the current performance of the game makes it unplayable on some devices at least. The game lags on my Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus, even on low graphics settings. It runs the phone hot and drains the battery faster than any other game I've played so far. And some of the swipe control mechanics are honestly just not very well thought out. There is both a single-player and multiplayer mode, however, which is rare for a survival game on mobile, and with some optimizations, the game could become really great. The monetization doesn't ruin the game either, as it focuses primarily on experience speed boosts. The game requires online access, it takes up 2.12 GB of space, it's out on Android and iOS right now, and my final verdict is that you might want to stay away from this one until they get the game optimized properly at least. Brawl Stars is a casual mobile MOBA game by Supercell with 1 to 3 minute session lengths and a variety of game modes that focuses less on destroying towers as in most other MOBAs and more on just a raw PvP with a single and very simple game objective, such as collecting 10 diamonds as a team and surviving with them for 15 seconds. The core gameplay is fun and the art and UI is extremely polished, and instead of loot boxes to unlock new characters, we have a single box that requires a certain amount of keys to open, with a limit on the amount of keys we can acquire before we have to wait a few hours. So they sort of turn it upside down this time around. The big difference here from the Clash Royale system is that in Brawl Stars, you don't feel like you're being punished if you keep playing even though you can't get any more keys right now. Whereas in Clash Royale, you really felt punished when you won a match and were told that you didn't have more room for more loot boxes and thus had to wait. Yes, you can buy in-app purchases to level up your heroes faster, but this doesn't impact the gameplay experience of a free player that much, as players who spend money quickly rise to the higher tiers, which means we won't meet them again before our heroes are just as high level. The game requires an online connection, it takes up 100 MB of space, it's out on Android and iOS in a few countries with a global release coming soon, and my final verdict is that you should definitely play this game if you can, as it's my favorite game of this entire week. Thanks for watching, let me know which game was your favorite, and until next time, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.